I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
By not giving into your emotions, you were able to delay your reactions and think. That is important. This is what changed everything for me. And while that is important, we just launched our new committed project helping people achieve their dreams. The official launch date is on July 3rd, and we're giving away heaps for free in the meantime. I'll tell you more about it later.
Let me tell you why you're here.
When I was in high school, I used to be really depressed. I used to smoke weed almost every single day in year 12, and that evolved into a 2-year addiction where I couldn't go a day without it. And yet, a lot of the time, I was still excited to wake up. Do you ever have those days where you wake up, you sleep pretty well, and your heart's already going? You have like a little bit of adrenaline and you're excited to just get right into the day? For me, that did happen often, but the reason wasn't because I had something cool to do. It's because I would go down straight to my computer and sit for 12 hours to play video games. I do remember every few weeks I would pretend to be sick for literally a week straight. I think I missed 20 or even 50% of the school year. I have no idea how I passed. I had just taken the week off to play video games and fuck around and be sad at home. And she sat me down, forced me to take a test that I had not studied for, and I just outright refused to. I ended up flunking the class and getting an F for the year. And yet, here I am. I never thought I'd be in this position that I'm in now, being in the headspace that I was in before. I know that that was the pathway to get to where I am now. And now that I have walked that path, I can break down the lessons that I learned and you can apply them to your life. Video games are sort of an outlet for me. They were a way to escape the world that I had created around me, the way that I kind of envisioned everything. To be completely honest, I was confused. I always asked myself things like, why was I here? What's the point of all of this? Does anything really matter? I can't put myself in your head, but I can make a pretty strong assumption that you've had some of those exact thoughts before. And that's perfect. Knowing that you are looking for a way to escape the life that you've created for yourself means that somewhere inside of you wants to change. I think almost everyone has or has experienced some innate or similar feeling. It's a natural drive. There are of course people that no longer experience that feeling though, and what I've learned is that it takes a simple mental shift, a reframing of your mindset in order to achieve that. The way that I now view my world is no longer me trying to escape, because I know that I'm on the path of success. There was a point in time where I thought about killing myself multiple times a day. That version of me served its purpose. It led me straight here to where I am right now, and I can honestly thank my previous self for that experience. But it's the assumptions I made along the journey that helped me. In reality, it was simple, but it's a hard journey. Not because the tasks themselves are hard, but because it takes time. You already know that the earlier you start, the further you're gonna get. So there are 2 things that you need to change and understand. So firstly, and very basic, life is an experience. Something that is constant and something that doesn't stop. That experience is occurring right now, as you watch this video, as you go to school, as you drive to work, as you take the train home, or even as you sit and cry. Whatever happens, it happens now. Right now you're watching this video. Later you might watch a movie and it will occur now. And when you're finally forced to wake up to this fact, you'll be 65 and you'll regret that you didn't even start earlier. Knowing this sets you apart from everyone else though. It brings you back into reality, lets you align yourself with what's actually happening, and gives you back the control. And that brings me to my second point and back to depression. Earlier in the video I mentioned this. I never thought I'd be in this position that I'm in now, being in the headspace that I was in before. You must be extremely careful with the words that you say, and as you reprogram yourself, these things in your mind will change. Have you ever bought a car, let's say it's red, green, blue, whatever color it was, and then suddenly you see it all the time everywhere? This is the exact same thing. I'll go into more depth in the next video about this. When you mention, I think, you aren't convinced. But when you say, I know, it's something that you believe. You are run on beliefs. This is what changed everything for me. What you believe, you attract. Because naturally, you need to support what you believe in. Otherwise, you'd be wrong, right? It's slightly egotistic, but that's a good thing. That means your mind works. It's not the ego, though, that needs to change. It's what filters the ego that needs to change. I'll give you an example, and this came directly from my experience. If you're depressed and you believe with everything in your heart that you are depressed, why would you even ever allow yourself to not be depressed? That means if you were suddenly not depressed, you would think, fuck, I'm not being me, I'm not being myself. I am depressed, I need to go back. To align yourself with what you believe. And so flipping the frame, someone who isn't depressed never needs to tell themselves that they aren't. They believe it in their heart. So the solution is this: believe in your heart that you are in full control of your life. If you don't believe that, figure out why not. To be not depressed, you must believe that it's possible to not be depressed. Otherwise, you're fucked. You're never even gonna start. And lastly, it's a flip. It's spontaneous, it happens instantly. To become not depressed, you must believe you are not depressed. Are you confused, scared, or stuck on the journey of life? I used to feel the exact same way, and trust me when I tell you, there are millions of other people right now who feel the exact same way that you do. My new community Discord, Committed, has been under development for 12 months and is launching today to everyone. The Committed project is designed specifically to get people to commit to change by staying consistent. This exists nowhere else the way it does here. To start off, we're giving away 1 month of Discord Nitro to 5 people and VIP on our Discord to another 5 people. Just click the button. By the way, VIP gives you up to a 3 times higher chance to win in all of our giveaways. The links are down below, but Committed will beta launch for only the first 60 people on July 3rd. After that, we'll gradually take on more people until eventually this becomes a household app to help millions of people around the world change their lives. If you want to join the giveaways, they're in my Discord and on my Twitter. All those links are in the description. But if you want to be a part of something big from the start, I'll see you guys there.